Plants are the foundation of life on Earth. They produce the oxygen we breathe, provide us with food, shelter, and medicine, and support the vast biodiversity of our planet. But plants are not just passive beings that exist solely for our benefit. In fact, they have evolved sophisticated mechanisms to protect themselves from predators and environmental stressor. From the tiny mosses and ferns to the towering trees, plants have adapted to their environments in many ways. They have evolved specialized structures, such as thorns and spines, to protect themselves from browsing animals. They have also developed complex chemical signaling systems to attract predators and parasitoids that prey on herbivores. Some plants have even adapted to the most extreme environments, such as deserts, where they face intense heat, drought, and limited resources. In these conditions, plants have evolved unique mechanisms to conserve water and nutrients, and to protect themselves from the harsh sun. But despite their remarkable adaptations, plants are not invincible. They face many challenges, including disease, pests, and climate change. And yet, they continue to thrive and adapt, always finding new ways to survive. Plants have developed various physical defenses to protect themselves from predators. One of the most common physical defense mechanisms is the production of thorns or spines. These sharp structures can discourage herbivores from eating the plant and can also provide a physical barrier against browsing animals. Some trees have evolved thick bark to protect against fire or other environmental stressor. This bark can also provide a physical barrier against browsing animals, and can help the plant to retain moisture. In addition to physical defenses, plants have also developed chemical defenses to deter herbivores or parasites. Many plants produce toxins that are poisonous to most animals, while others produce chemicals that can attract beneficial insects that can help to control populations of pest insects. Some plants even produce specialized proteins or other molecules that help them to cope with environmental stressor, such as drought or high temperatures. For example, some plants produce heat shock proteins that help them to survive in high-temperature environments. The type and severity of defense mechanisms that plants employ can vary widely depending on their environment and the types of predators or stressor that they face. For example, some plants in fields or pastures may not have developed as many physical or chemical defenses because they are often grazed by herbivores. Despite the challenges that plants face, they have evolved many specialized adaptations to cope with these challenges. Some plants have developed complex chemical signaling systems that allow them to attract predators or parasitoids that prey on herbivores. For example, some plants produce volatile chemicals that can attract predatory wasps, which can help to control populations of pest insects. In the desert, some plants have developed specialized mechanisms to conserve water and nutrients. They may have deep roots that can reach groundwater, or they may store water in their tissues to survive long periods of drought. The importance of plant defense mechanisms goes beyond just the survival of individual plants. These mechanisms contribute to the overall health and biodiversity of ecosystems by protecting plants from predators and allowing them to thrive in their environments. They also provide important resources for other organisms, such as food and shelter. While the defensive mechanisms of plants are incredibly diverse, they all serve a common purpose: to help the plant survive and reproduce. Whether it's thorns, spines, toxins, or specialized proteins, each mechanism has evolved to protect the plant from specific stressor. Insects and other herbivores have co-evolved with plants, developing their own mechanisms to counteract plant defenses. For example, some insects have evolved detoxifying enzymes that allow them to break down plant toxins. This evolutionary arms race between plants and herbivores has led to the development of some incredibly sophisticated adaptations. For example, some plants produce secondary metabolites that are only toxic to specific herbivores, allowing them to target specific pests without harming beneficial insects. The chemical signals that plants use to attract beneficial insects are also incredibly complex. Some plants can release volatile chemicals that mimic the pheromones of pest insects, attracting predatory insects that prey on the pests. This delicate balance between plants and herbivores is essential for the survival of many ecosystems. Without the defenses of plants, herbivores could quickly consume all the vegetation in an area, leading to a loss of biodiversity and potential collapse of the ecosystem. But the significance of plant defenses goes beyond just their role in supporting biodiversity. The secondary metabolites produced by plants can have significant medicinal value for humans, providing important compounds for drug development. For example, the compound artemisinin, which is used to treat malaria, is derived from a plant called Artemisia annua. Similarly, the compound paclitaxel, which is used to treat breast and ovarian cancer, is derived from the Pacific yew tree. By studying the defense mechanisms of plants, scientists can uncover new compounds with important medical applications, potentially improving the lives of millions of people around the world. In conclusion, the defense mechanisms of plants are incredibly diverse and sophisticated, serving a vital role in supporting biodiversity and providing important resources for humans. By continuing to study and appreciate the complexity of plant defenses, we can gain a deeper understanding of the natural world and the remarkable organisms that inhabit it.